Thanks for coming to help out with putting together these acoustic sound panels. The first thing you want to do is grab a stack of these pieces. You're going to have 7 pieces in total, and they're going to be all labeled and pre-drilled. Find the 2 pieces that are labeled with the letter A. They're going to have arrows pointing towards each other, and they'll be placed together in this manner. But first, what we want to do is to center the piece. We use these 2 scrap pieces to center the piece of wood, and then we're going to mark it with a pencil. So now you can see that we have the marking of where the piece will be glued and screwed together. Let's now run a bead of glue where we had marked. We want the glue to have run over the holes. Now, using clamps is very helpful if you're working by yourself. Maybe if you're working as a family, you can help one another hold the pieces together. We can use again our scrap pieces to easily prop up the glued panel, and this will easily allow us to drill in the screws. How many screws? Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, guess what? There's a whole other B side to this story, so we've got to do the exact same thing we did with the A side. Look at the holes, put the panel on, we're going to mark it, glue it, and screw it. We are back with our section A, and it's labeled D at the end. And we're going to take the 2 long pieces of wood, one should be labeled D, and now we're going to prepare the A section with glue so that we can put the long piece labeled D on the A section. There will be only 1 screw for this side of the panel. This other side of the panel will have 2 screws. The other long piece should be labeled E, and we want to do the same thing we did earlier by putting glue on the A section. Just like the other side, we're going to have 3 screws to put in, 1 on the lower and 2 on the top. Now don't forget about the B side of this project. We're going to have to do the exact same thing we did on the A side. Put some glue and 3 screws on each side. Oh, there's a short little wee section that needs to go in the middle. We're going to glue it, and it will take 2 screws. Don't forget to glue and screw the opposite end, but make sure that you get it aligned with the markings on the wood, unlike how I have it here right now. Get 2 pieces of insulation from the stack, and they're going to fit snug as a bug inside the frame. We have a metal mesh that we're going to staple in place over the insulation. We can roll the mesh out and staple it. And don't forget to staple the sides of the panel. Hammer down any staples that are sticking up. We can cut off the metal mesh. Now get a piece of the pre-cut burlap fabric. Lay the burlap down and then place the box on top of it like this. Try to center the box on the burlap so it covers the ends and the sides evenly. We want the strip of burlap on this side to be even and parallel all along the side of the box. We're going to lay it over and put some staples down to hold it in place. Stretch the burlap a little bit, and we're going to put some staples on the side. Let's do the same thing on this side too, just for giggles. This side is a bit more important because we want to make sure that the burlap is stretched well. Of course, we have the ends to staple now. This very last section is probably the most important because you want to make sure that the burlap is stretched nice and firm. I found that the prettiest and quickest way to get the corners is to fold it over like this. You just staple the fabric down. Just make sure that none of the excess fabric is going to show, that it all stays on the back side of this box. Here's a better angle of what I'm talking about. To fold the fabric over and to staple it down so that it does not hang over the edge. Here's what we should look like at this point. You're doing a great job. Put your autograph down. We are almost finished. One last thing to do is to put down a piece of cardboard for the backing of the box. Let's mark it. And let's cut it down to size, just a little bit on the inside of the line. We'll staple down the cardboard. Be sure and put the staples near the edge of the box so that it catches on the wood. You have just created one acoustic sound panel. Thank you very much. Looks great. Great job. God bless.